Hey there, it's Vicki Marie. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. And today we're going to do some sliders on the grill. I'm making sun tea. We're going to go to Walmart and I'm going to try to ignore the weeds and the other things just aren't going to get done today. That's life.
Let the water go where it wants to go. You can run and hide. You can bury yourself beneath stones. He told me don't pretend, 'cause everyone could use a friend sometimes. Take some good advice.
Hey there, it's Vicki Marie and I am here at Walmart. I gotta go back in for a few more things. It seems like I'm always at Walmart, but you know, with the holiday and family get-togethers, I'm like constantly popping in for a few things. And this time, I want to pick up some stuff to make salad for the 4th of July party that we're going to. This probably won't go out until a few days after the 4th, but that's how it goes. I also have to get some stuff for a couple of desserts I want to make, and basically that's it. So also, I think for dinner tonight, I'm going to make some they're sort of a copycat White Castle burger. Instead of grilling them, like we are going to grill them, but we're going to grill them. It's going to be different. So we're going to put them in the grill, but I'm going to make the patties a little different than I usually do. So I'll show you guys that too. So let me run in, pick up a few things, and yeah, give you a look around. I'm at a different Walmart today. It's still it's in my town, but it's just a different one than I usually go to. So I'm gonna just change it up. I feel like if I have to go to Walmart every day, I might as well go to a different one. Okay, not every day, but it sure seems like it sometimes. So yep, let's go in and pick up a few things, and then I'll touch base with you guys in a bit. We're going to get some Cool Whip. After mopping my deck, I need a new mop. I'm not even going to reuse that one. Get a new one. So I got a few extra things today, and because I'm cooking a couple of things for our family get-together for the 4th, and then a few days later, we're having our kids over to celebrate John's birthday, so I'm going to be making some goodies for the family. So I love to bake, and this is my time to bake because other people can eat it all, and I can eat just a little bit. I have no control when if there's like a pan of brownies in the house, I'm going to eat them. If I bake a cake, I'm going to eat it. That's just the way it goes. So this is my time to bake. And but I'm going to head home and I'll show you guys that little the hamburger patties I'm going to make and we're going to cook them on the grill. I really enjoy sun tea during the summertime, and you just take about 3 tea bags and whatever. I'm using decaf, but you put them in a big gallon jug, a glass jug, put it in the sun, let it sit till it brews about the strength that you like it. That's it. Okay, we need 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. I had bought some ribeye hamburger patties over at Sam's Club the other day, and if you saw that haul, this is where I got this meat.
It's really good meat, and I just got tired of hamburger patties on the grill, and I told John I'm going to make sliders. So I needed 2 pounds of meat, and you can just do any kind of ground beef. I am going to link this recipe in my description today so you can see, but I'm just taking about half of this package because it was about a 4-pound package. And now I'm adding that 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, and believe me when I say do it, even if you don't want to, unless you're allergic to peanuts, of course. I had no idea. I mean, I would have never guessed to put peanut butter in ground beef, but turns out it's really good. So I'm going to mix this, and just a warning, if you don't like touching raw meat, you will want to look away, because I am not going to use any gloves, and I am going to just get in there and mix this meat up. So just trigger warning, if you don't like to watch people mixing raw meat, look away. Now I am going to add some just a pack of the Lipton onion soup mix. Just going to add that right in there. And I believe it's a half a cup. Let's see, what do I pour here? Yeah, half a cup of milk. And I'm just using 1% milk. It didn't really specify in the recipe, so I'm using 1% milk. And I don't know if you can substitute almond milk or something like that. I went right by the recipe, and normally I don't use a lot of dairy, like milk. I don't use milk, but I did this time. So I followed the recipe pretty much exact. And I'm glad that I did. So you can see, messy. Don't look if you don't like to watch raw meat, because this would not be good for you. I have no problem though. So, and honestly, I didn't know how else to mix that peanut butter in there. I could have used maybe the KitchenAid or something, but I just decided to do it this way. And eventually, I do get all of that peanut butter blended in really well. So I'm going to start with just placing the meat on a cookie sheet covered with a parchment paper, and then I'm also going to put a parchment paper on top the ground beef, because I'm going to take my rolling pin and I'm going to roll this meat out, kind of like you would do if you were doing a jelly roll kind of cake or something like that. It's a little tricky here too, so I struggle a bit. I have my trusty sidekick nearby. He's going to come in and help me with the process too. But the whole idea is to just get this meat all flattened out as much as you can, because sliders are pretty thin. And so that's what I'm doing here.
Not very, I mean, you want it thin, because it didn't really say.
And now I'm just going to form this into a rectangle, and I'm going to be transferring this to a grilling pan, because we are going to cook this in our grill. And we do have a Traeger grill, but you could do this in a gas grill or whatever grill you have. Or you can do it in the oven. You just cook it on 350 degrees in the oven. I will have the recipe linked in my description today. But and if you're going to do it in the oven, you could just roll it out thin and keep it on a cookie sheet like this. But I am transferring it to a smaller grilling pan to fit our grill. And that's why I'm making it a little bit smaller and trying to get the ends sort of flat.
See, I thought just move it right over like this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Ready? Picture in?
Yeah.
Haha, look at that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Let's scoot it this way. You don't have to do anything for it not to stick or anything, right?
Well, I mean, that's why you put it on the parchment paper, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and we're going to cook it on 350 for about 10 minutes. And while that cooks, I'm going to chop up a medium-sized onion. I'm going to use about a half of a medium-sized onion and just chop it into little fine pieces. Alright, so now we're going to open this up. It's going to get loud. I'm going to sprinkle the onions around the outer edge of the burger's patty, and we're going to let it, I'm going to put the lid back down. We're going to cook it for 15 more minutes. That's hot. We're doing it on the outer edge and not all over, but that's what it says, and I'm probably not getting it quite perfect. It's supposed to be on the far edges. Is that okay if I get an onion on there?
No problem.
As long as you don't mind. I'm just gonna kind of just do that, and we'll just move it off to the side a little bit.
There you go.
For 15 more. We're going to spread the onions around, and then I'm going to put a layer of cheese along the top. And I'm using provolone. Of course, the recipe's American cheese, but you can use whatever cheese you want. And now we're going to cook for another 7 to 10 minutes until that cheese is nice and melted. Okay, now we're going to check and see if it's done.
Yeah, it looks done. Yeah, looks done to me.
So I'm using the King's Hawaiian rolls, and that's what we're going to serve it on. And we did have, like I said, provolone cheese, but that's okay. You can do whatever cheese you want. And then I just did a side of French fries. So got my French fries and my iced tea. And John's cutting the patties kind of small, and we had a debate about that. You know how it goes. And but really, you just cut them in squares, and it's kind of nice if they overlap just a little bit. So you can cut them the size you want. So what do you think?
Yeah, they're very delicious. Very surprising how they turned out and how they cooked. And we did cook them on the Traeger smoke grill, so they've got a nice flavor, onion, cheese, and smoke flavor. So really delicious.
Yeah, they're really good. I like them too, and they're very juicy. They're not dry at all. Very juicy. So definitely would go on my
Definitely a hit.
rotation, right? Okay, that's our burgers and fries tonight. So that's the vlog.
Yeah.
And you like the burgers, huh?
Yeah, they were delicious.
And surprisingly filling. They are really
Yeah.
filling.
Very good.
And then I told him, I didn't tell him about the peanut butter, because I thought if I told you about the tablespoon of peanut butter,
I'd be trying to taste it.
yeah, or you wouldn't eat it.
Yeah.
But you're not that picky like I am.
No, I mean, I couldn't really taste it.
It's a really strange ingredient, but in the recipe that I used, it said you're going to be tempted to leave that out, but don't, because it really makes a difference. So I will link that recipe in my description today, and it's a blog that I found, and you can go and check that out if you want to make it.
It was very good.
It was good.
Did it on the Traeger smoker grill, pellet grill, and
Yep.
turned out good. I think we increased the times just a little bit because I think it was a little thicker, the meat. So,
Yeah,
so I just want to make sure it was cooked and not pink or raw in the middle.
And you, yeah, because we didn't use a full-size cookie sheet, but you can. But our pan was a little smaller, so we did make it thicker.
And it
so-
had holes on the bottom so it could get the smoky flavor from top and the bottom. So,
But if you don't want to do it on the grill, you can just do it in the oven. That's the recipe that I saw was for the oven. We just adapted it.
yeah,
So
got to use the smoke.
that's right. All right, and then provolone cheese. It was really good.
Yeah, turned out great.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to be it today. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching today, and hope you're doing well. And take care. I'll see you on the next one.
See ya.
I know you're all about the good vibes. Do you know how much I